Welcome to 100 Yards of Football. Today is our basketball report as we cover the Los Angeles Lakers in the NBA. If you like the video today, please come in and share it. I'm Vincent Turner. Joining me today is my man. I call him the next big thing in the NBA as far as covering basketball. Head coach of Carver College, Mr. Brian Spencer. If you like the video today, please come in and share it as we're going to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers and their last week performance, but also we're going to talk about the critical situation that's going on as we speak right now with CV-19. If you like the video today, please come in and share it. How you doing, big guy?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Doing fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Before we get into the Lakers report, we got to start off with the situation that's going on nationwide. I guess worldwide.
Right.
I guess you being a basketball coach, and you
Right.
told me about a situation that you might be canceling some games this weekend.
Right.
From your standpoint, your observations about the terrible virus that's going on, CV-19.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, man. But what it does do is put a lot of things back in perspective, for
Yes.
people. And we're all sports fanatics. We love our teams. We love the games, March Madness, and the NBA Finals and all that stuff coming up. But it puts life back in perspective, and you kind of got to focus on the things that are most important. So, I might have to cancel some games, man. Just safety first. Got to think about, it's serious because it's money involved, a lot of money involved. So it's a very serious situation. So I think Adam Silver is doing a good job, taking precautions first and handling that. So we'll see how it goes, man. Hopefully it won't be too long before we get this thing under control.
Well, before we start the Lakers report, I'm going to ask you, as far as you talk about the NBA with Adam Silver, the
Right.
commissioner of the NBA, how you think right quick the NCAA handled it by canceling the men's and women's tournament? Your quick response to that. Do you think they did the right thing by canceling the tournament whole-wise?
Yeah, I hate they did it, but
Right.
same thing, man. You gotta caution first, man. You got safety first. A lot of people lives are at stake, So games can be rescheduled, can be moved around. The bad part about it is that if the NCAA tournament doesn't take place at all, which it looks like it's not going to.
Yeah, they voted today to cancel.
Yeah, it's canceled, right? So, a lot of guys, the only shot at going,
Right.
they're not going to get that. So it's unfortunate, but that's life, man. That's what happens. So
As you being, and I'm gonna end it with this final question about that. Then we're gonna get into the Lakers report.
Right.
Let's talk about some of the teams right quick. They senior players who waited all their careers to get to the tournament.
right,
Now it's like that's gonna be taken away.
right.
You, from a coach's standpoint, how do you deal with that? You got a senior kid that's giving you everything you got.
Right.
His only chance to get to the tournament.
Right.
He gets to the tournament, they cancel.
Yeah.
How do you tell that kid to move on?
Yeah, that's tough, man. But that's what we do. Even if we play the tournament and you lose, or you get the opportunity to go to the tournament and you don't make it, life got to go on.
Yes,
We
sir.
got to learn how to deal with those situations. So it's never easy, but really, to be honest, when it comes to coaching, those are some of the best moments because you get to help that young man or young lady through that time, and you see them grow through it, and you see them go through the changes of, okay, I something I really wanted, but I didn't get it, and you help them through that time. So those are really times when relationships are really established and they grow, and you really bond in those times. So it'll be difficult, but they'll get through it.
Okay, let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's talk about the Los Angeles Lakers right now with the NBA season suspended. I'm hoping that they bring it back and we
Right.
can continue the season. I think if they bring the season back, they should go on and start the playoffs. But let's talk about the 3 games that me and you discussed last week. I
Right.
said some things I maybe shouldn't have said. You being the expertise in coaching, and I kind of went against your knowledge. But we're going to start with the 2 games that I thought that they was going to have trouble with. The Milwaukee Bucks on Friday night last week, big win.
Right.
And what you take from that game?
Right. Well, all 3 of those games, man, were good games. One of the things we talked about was the next stretch of games, and if you had that Philadelphia game and that stretch of 11 games, playoff type thing, the 2 games that you thought they would struggle, they were good games. They had to fight, but they pulled them out, and then you lose the game that you think you're gonna win, and so that kind of takes me back. I don't know if you remember the Dallas series when LeBron was with the Heat. And they won the first 2 games.
Okay, and Jason Terry.
They was up big game 3, and then Jason Terry went off.
Yeah, let him off.
And so it's is that a slip in focus? Is that, that's something to think about, because this is not November. This is, this is March.
Yeah, it's getting down to the ground where the money is on the line.
10 games left in the season, and you win 2 games, that 2 teams that you potentially face in the Western Conference Finals and in the NBA Finals. You come back against Milwaukee, beat them, and you beat a good, strong Clippers team, and then you fall and lose focus to the Brooklyn team that's not even a playoff caliber team.
And they just had fired their coach, I believe, a couple of days before they played.
Right. So I don't like the lack of focus right there. That's a game that you should handle. To let everybody know that we're not just getting up for the big games. We're not going to just play good at home in the playoff time and then possibly fall asleep on the road and lose. Right? Because you talk about, like last week, you said you like Memphis. Right?
Correct.
Now, what has Memphis done? Memphis beat the Lakers.
Correct.
At home.
Correct. And since then, they've really struggled.
Right.
I give you that.
Yeah, but what my point is though is they got up for that game. So now that's your possible 1-8 matchup, right? And so what happens if Memphis comes into LA
and steals a game?
Mm-hmm. Now you got a team that knows they can win. They can beat you at home because we just did it a month ago, right? And the young guys a lot of time don't have the fear that older people have, because they've been through it. They know what they're up against. You have a Ja Morant who's never been in the NBA playoffs. He just coming to play basketball, because that's what I do. I'm a basketball player. I hoop. We get ready to play. It's my first time on the stage. Man, I'm about to show out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you can't give a team like that a bunch of, and they got some side. I went back and looked, because you said, I said, let me just go back and see if Vince really know what he talking about. So I went back and looked. I said, okay, they got some size. I like both the Jackson guys. They nice and they got size. And the one thing that the Lakers have that most other teams don't have is they have a lot of size and they have depth at that position, right? And so they don't really use it offensively. It's more defensive, right? So for Memphis, they really don't have to match up with them defensively, because the Lakers don't use their size offensively. They just have to match up with them in terms of rebounding, right? Mm-hmm. And then if the Lakers start out big with LeBron, with McGee and Davis, but once McGee comes out, that's how they stay. You see what I'm saying? So if they can kind of just handle LeBron, you ain't gonna stop him, but just handle him a little bit. I don't know, man. I don't know that they might be able to do something.
Well, my question to you last week. And surprisingly, it was the LA backcourt.
Right.
Avery Bradley.
Right.
And Rondo, Mr. Rondo.
Right.
I said here on the video last week, here on One of the Odds Football.
I went back and watched it.
I didn't think their backcourt can stand up.
Right.
But to me, there was a difference to me in that basketball game. Both of them played real well in both games. But going forward, do you still, and I'm going to ask the major question.
That's right.
Do you think they still have enough firepower if the season is resumed for them to go forth and win the championship with their backcourt?
Right. That's a great question.
And then I have another question for you.
Okay.
Before we end the video today.
In terms of the backcourt is fine, in my opinion, defensively. The backcourt is fine. My problem with the backcourt is they don't shoot the three well, right? Bradley had a good game shooting it, but, they don't really lean on him for three-point shooting. I don't think you can count on him for three-point shooting. And my problem with the lineup is that they brought Rondo in, right? Mm-hmm. And to my surprise, they play Rondo and LeBron together more than I thought. Right, my season's over. I had a chance to watch a little bit, right, and so they played them together more than I thought. And if you're gonna do that, to me, now you got to put LeBron in the post, because Rondo is not a three-point shooter. You can space him out to the corner. I'm playing off him now, so now I'm doing like the Lakers did when they played the Celtics, and Kobe didn't even guard Rondo. He sat at the free throw line and was like a fifth defender, it's like 5-on-4, right? So if you're gonna play Rondo and LeBron together, to me, you gotta put LeBron in the post because they don't have great three-point shooting. Spacing Rondo out doesn't help you, right? Now, what I like about Rondo is the fact that how many teams can take out arguably the best facilitator in the game, LeBron, point forward, point guard, what you gonna call him, it's all the same, right? You take him out, but then you bring in a Rondo off the bench. Who's got a Rondo they can bring off the bench? You see what I'm saying? So that's why I told you last week, Rondo's not the problem. The problem is, do they have the consistent three-point shooting that they need to space the court so that LeBron can get downhill and get to the basket?
Final questions today on the video. Final question, I'm sorry. The MVP voting before the season was suspended. Plain and simple out there to our audience.
Right.
Who wins the MVP? Is it the Greek Freak, Mr. Greek Freak out of Milwaukee, or is it LeBron? Right now, if you had to give a vote, and be serious about it.
I'm not, why would I not be?
I know, but you have a habit of playing both sides of the fence. But right now, say it right now. Who's your MVP?
I got to go with the Greek Freak.
Oh, thank you.
I got to go with the Greek Freak.
As much as and I'm a big Lakers fan, the reason that me personally, we look at the teams, the guy's doing a miracle over there in Milwaukee with Chris Middleton being their best player. I mean, the second best player on the team.
Right.
And LeBron is putting up some great numbers.
Right.
But he's got a team over there in
Right.
LA. Okay.
Right. If you take, now I'll say this though too. LeBron is an MVP. People got to stop underappreciate what he does.
Oh yes, sir. No question about it.
Because you get used to him putting up these numbers and think just because he's putting up these numbers that that it's not MVP caliber. Like you can get used to something, but it's still that's MVP work.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So you can't underappreciate what he does. But the Greek Freak, what he's doing with the cast of players that he has, like that's special.
And man,
special.
And they won over 50 games, man, with that. And a lot of people want to talk about the watered down East, but when you look at their team overall,
You still got to win the games.
Yeah, and Chris Middleton is their second best player. He just recently became an All-Star this year, right?
Yeah. The watered down East just beat the Lakers, Brooklyn.
Yes,
So
sir.
I mean, you still got to win the game. These
Yes,
guys
sir.
all get paid millions of dollars.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean, to win games. So nobody going out there trying to lose. So yeah, I think the Greek Freak, man, you got to give it to him, man. The numbers that he's putting up, the way he plays the game, he's like Russell Westbrook on the front court.
Final words today about the Lakers and then the situation with CV-19. What do you think the NBA and from this other sporting events, where you think they go from here with the CV-19?
Yeah, with CV-19, man, it's an unfortunate situation. I hope it's handled properly and quickly and swiftly, so we can get back to our normal way of living in life and stop giving elbow bumps. And because I'm a love guy, I'm a relationship guy, But I think they're doing what's necessary, for the safety of the population. So hopefully they'll get that taken care of, so we can get back to what we do and life is normal. And then on the Lakers, man, it's going to be interesting to see. I have some concerns, some things that I saw the last 28 seconds of the game. So if I have a doubt in the Lakers moving on, I said last week the Clippers, because the Clippers have the coaching. I saw something, man, the last 28 seconds of the game against Brooklyn. LeBron had 28 seconds. LeBron has the ball. The last two possessions, LeBron has the ball. They use Avery Bradley for pick and roll in the middle of the floor. They don't get the switch. They're trying to get the switch. They didn't get it. So he comes back. He sets another screen. They get the switch. You got two guys, one on each wing, one guy in each corner, LeBron in the middle of the floor. He drives downhill, gets to the basket. He missed the layup, right? Ball goes out of bounds. Lakers get the ball back. I'm going right back to the same thing because they didn't stop it. He just missed a shot. So this time they put LeBron on the left wing. They get the ball in bounds. They got 5 seconds left. LeBron gets the ball on the left wing. It lines up on the left, rather. AD sets a screen for LeBron on the left wing. LeBron gets the ball in the middle of the floor. AD stays on the left wing by himself. Then they got their three shooters on the right side of the floor, all stacked together in the corner, right? LeBron drives to the wide side of the floor where AD's at. Nothing wrong with that. His man, DeAndre Jordan, comes off to help. But the problem is, you got 3 shooters stacked in the corner together. So one guy could guard all 3 of them. So the other 2 guys left out of there that stopped LeBron, that forced him to pass the ball to AD. He got a wide open look and just didn't knock it down. My problem is stacking 3 guys together doesn't space the defense out. The other thing is, if you're going to have somebody on the wide side of the floor, put your best shooter over there. Don't put AD over there. He can knock the shot down, but put your best guy over there. If I'm going to put AD anywhere, I'm going to put him in the short corner. DeAndre Jordan, shot blocker, rim protector. You know he's going to lead to help. Now, if AD catches the ball, it's one dribble. Even if not even that, he catches it on the move. He elevates. He scores and 1 dunk. At the worst, we get 2 free throws. You know what I mean? So I don't know if
Frank Vogel.
down the stretch, I don't know. That's why I said I'm interested to see that Utah series, back-to-back games, adjustments, coaching. Quinn Snyder, Quinn Snyder's got a good rim protector in Gobert.
If he gets way up.
If he, yeah. Well, we don't want to take that lightly.
Yeah.
You know, so it could be some challenges for them. Down the stretch.
That being said, if you like our video today about the Los Angeles Lakers and the situation that's going on right now throughout our world with CV-19, please come in and share it. We surely appreciate your time. As you saw, I got the best in basketball. My man, Mr. Brian Spencer, breaking it down, head basketball coach at Carver College here in Atlanta, Georgia. If you like the video, please come in and share it. We'll see you next week as we're going to talk more basketball here on 100 Yards of Football. God bless and have a wonderful day.